Hello, 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 Facebook family. How are you? This is Diane, season and beyond, enjoying life to Brim. I just want to give a disclaimer. Start giving a disclaimer because some of the things that I'm going to be talking about, and I just want you to know that I'm not trying to impose anything on you, just to enlighten you a little bit and just let you know a few things. Okay, so this platform discusses any and all information that is known to the public and that are opinions of the host and guests. Use sources that are unconventional and conventional. Uh, Season and beyond. I'm gonna have to fix that. Season and beyond is in no way to be offensive to any person, group, organization, or religion. I want to put that on there also. The conversations are to enlighten your spirits and give a new view on life. The information is alleged to others, but are truths towards heart, mind, body, and soul. Okay, so we're gonna get this conversation started. Okay. Hello, 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 everyone. How are you? Again, this is Diane. And tonight we're going to be talking about uh, dreams and interpretation of dreams and what in the world was this dream about. Normally, I was talking to my sister one day, and I don't remember my dreams. I don't know how that is with you guys, but I don't normally remember what my dreams are, right? But this particular morning when I got up, it was like, oh my God, what in the world? Why in the world was I dreaming this, right? And and I called my sister and I was asking her about it because sometimes she'll try to interpret it. And then sometimes I call somebody else to see if they can, interpret it, and it'd be somebody else's dream because, like I say, normally I don't remember what my dreams are. I guess I'd be in such a deep sleep. My family say I really I really sleep deep, deep, and it's hard for them to wake me up, and maybe I'll just be really sleeping. But this particular morning again, I remember, and it was just so strange, guys. It was just so strange, right? And I just decided I just wanted to talk about it tonight, and this just to enlighten you on some things and know that your dreams can be relevant, right? And then you know how people always say deja vu, right? That they was either thinking about something or they dreamed about something, or somebody might have said something and it just triggered them to remember this happened before, right? And I have a lot of those also. Like, kind of, it just make me like stand, just stop me in my track, right? And think, God, I've been in this position, I've been in this place before, right? Where I either had this conversation with somebody or what has happened or something, and it is just real, right? That this thing actually happened, and I'm just waiting to see if it's going to go through like the same way that I remembered it happened before. Either I was daydreaming or it just might have happened before. I just really don't know how those things work. But, we always just say, oh, deja vu, this thing has happened, before, right? And so I have those a lot, right? And sometimes I be thinking that maybe I should just write down everything that I daydream about, right? And just see, when it's going to happen again and then just check it out. Or you just say, God, you are working in some mysterious ways, right? So, so I'm going to talk about this dream, and then, but first, I'm going to read this prayer. My one of the supervisors from where I worked when I was on my residency, he did this prayer, and it just was right on time with what I'm want to talk about tonight, with dreams and with mystic things just happening, in our lives, right? And to show you that there is something about your dreams, only if you can remember them. There is something significant about your dreams, and I have in here that I'm going to do some interpreting of the dream that I had. Right now, when I tell you what the dream is, and for the ones that's out there, share this, guys. And if you have a different opinion on it, if you think something different, about this dream, please put something in the comments and share this, right? So his prayer today, and his name is Greg Hathaway. I normally ask him that if I could use this, but I didn't ask him if I could use it today. So I'm going to send something probably while I'm talking, or after I finish, and let him know that I used his prayer. Normally he let me use it, but I always like to let him know that I'm going to use it. He sent it out public, so hopefully he's going to be all right with this. But I just think that it is just so relevant for what I want to talk about tonight. So he never gives a title for his prayers, and I said, you need to put a title, on your prayers, right? And I'm just gonna call it "Still Here." That's the very first two words that he have in this prayer, and it's still here, right? So he said, "Still here." After all this time, all this trouble, still here, God, wondering how to navigate the path underneath these feet. In each moment and every step, there has been some kind of answer. Remember that, right? Or better yet, response. Since not all things have a ready answer, at least that what we know, right? Not always the response we wanted, but one enough to help us take the next step, to make a way where there seems to be no way. Our thoughts can so easily spiral out from under us to turn to questions we just cannot answer. What will happen? Exactly how will we make it? What if we don't? When all this time there is a life, when all this time there is a life unfolding inside each of us, in front of us, all around us. May we nurture this day through small moments of deep breaths and simple prayers, through savoring, even if for just a moment, what feels worthy of savoring. May we be reminded how much more we are than our worries. May we be reminded that we are still here. Amen. Hey, Dana, how are you? And that was just awesome. And a lot of his prayers be awesome. I don't know why he just won't make a book of the prayers that he write, because they are awesome and they're relevant, for what you're going through at that time. And that's what makes it so, crazy and just so, ooh. So tonight, guys, interpreting dreams, okay? What is that dream about? Guys, I'm telling you, it's just crazy. This dream, I'm going to tell you what this dream about. And again, normally, guys, I do not remember my dreams. And I'm honest, I'm telling you, sometimes I be getting up and I be thinking, God, this was just such a quiet, sleep. I didn't, how sometimes people have dreams and they might wake them up, might scare them, to wake them up and stuff like that. Never has that happened to me, because I just don't remember my dreams. But I'm going to give you some background on this dream that I had, okay? Now, not too long ago, my youngest son called me and we was having a conversation. And again, sometimes what you've talked about, before might, begin to do something, make you dream and stuff like that. So anyway, we had a conversation about something, and when he was talking about it, I was just trying to encourage him and let him know that God has already gift them. I'm going to include all three of my sons with what he desires for them to do in life, right? God has gifted each and every last one of us with what he desires for us to do, our purpose, right? And we all have some kind of talent that's going to be beneficial to God, right? That he would desire for us to use for his stead, right? And I was telling him then, and I was encouraging him. I was telling him, and I was telling him, I'm gonna tell you what I told him, because I think I've talked about this before, that all three of my boys are very gifted. They are talented musically, right? My oldest son is gifted. He plays the drums and he does sound real good. And he has this production thing that he did, in his garage, right? My middle son, and I'm not trying to weigh out one gift by the other, but he is multi-talented, right? And let me go back to my oldest son. He is also, he could sing too, but he will not sing. Okay, my middle son, he plays the keys, which he can play the piano, the organ, and all those things, right? And he can play the brass instruments. He's multi-talented, and he can play string instruments. He's just good at that, and he can sing, and he know how to mix music. Also, do all of those things. My youngest son, he sings, right? He sings and he do sports and stuff. What he did, but when he was in school, but he sings, right? And he can play the horn and stuff like that. But he's a great singer. And when I say he's a great singer, in not just gospel music, he is rounded in his gift, right? So I was telling him that, you guys have gifts that you bring it together and they're really a gold mine, right? And I said, and you can sing, so you're versatile in your singing. And I do believe, that that's the route, that you guys should go, is in the music, because that's God truly anointed y'all with this gift, right? And so this happened. I had spoken to him maybe a week or so or two ago. It might have been longer than that, about this, right? And so, but this particular night, guys, when I went to sleep, I dreamed about. And I'm gonna tell you now. When I got married, we moved to Raleigh, and I moved to Raleigh, and my husband had a choir, and we did a lot of singing around with groups and stuff like we were opened up for Shirley Caesar, and I'm not boasting anything like that. I'm just trying to bring this dream in together, right? We opened up for Shirley Caesar, and we recorded about two albums, and the Mighty Clouds of Joy, like, and the Williams Brothers, and we opened up for Marvin Winans, BBC Winans, and all of those singers, right? And we knew a lot of the famous singers like Ricky Dillard. Oh God, I love you, Ricky, and and some other people, right? So when we opened up for the Mighty Clouds of Joy one time, right? And the Williams brothers were there. And I was talking to one of them, and I was telling them that, we're originally from Charlotte, and my mother was saying, you guys need to stand on your word, and when you say you're coming somewhere, you need to come, right? Because they kept saying they was going to come to Charlotte, and they never did. The Williams brothers and the Jackson Sonneteers, which are their uncles and stuff, right? And so I was just, I would always talk to them. Then the next time I see them, I would always, we would always go in conversation and stuff, right? So, guys, that is who I dreamed about. I dreamed about the Williams brothers, right? And what, when the very first, it might not have been the first, it might have been around the third or the fourth singing program that I went to with my mother. I brought that very first album, right? The very first albums that the Williams brothers did, I brought that album, and it was awesome, right? And so this dream that I had was about them. They were in this dream, and they were at my mother's house, and we was just talking, just like it was, like a normal thing to do, right? And and I sing, but I don't just jump up and just sing, right? And that's not what my thing to do. And so what they did, we just started singing. They just started singing, and then they asked me to sing and stuff. And I'm thinking, God, this is out of my character. I don't know. I don't just get up and just just start singing and stuff, right? And every now and then I be playing on here, y'all. I be singing on here, and believe it, I really do love to sing, right? But my fear factor needs to go down a little more. But anyway, so they asked me to sing, so we just started singing, and it was just like, it was awesome. We just just went into, and then all of a sudden we was on a stage doing a doggone concert, right? All of us, we was singing, I was singing, they was singing, and it was just like, and I'm like, what in the world, God? And we were just singing, right? And now, if it was one of my other family members, like, my youngest son and my husband, they'd just get up and they just be singing, right? But as for me and my oldest son and my middle son, we lay low on the singing part, and we're very, very great supporters, right? But anyway, so we were just singing, just singing. I'm like, what in the world, God? And then I just woke up, because I'm like, this is out. I said, I know this can't be right, God. I know that I am not doing this, right? And so I woke up from the dream. And when I did, and I called my sister, because I was like, this thing like scared me, right? And it seemed so real. And so I began to tell my sister about it, and she started pulling up stuff. I said, can you help me with this, right? And she started pulling up stuff, and started interpreting the dream, right? And I'm just gonna try to remember some of the things she said, right? Because and then I also went online and like pulled up, it was like a dictionary, like, of words in dreams, right? And things that happen in your dreams, and they interpret those things, right? So my first thing was house. I'm thinking, what in the world are they doing in my mother's house, right? In this dream, and it was just a dream, right? But I'm thinking, this thing, it felt so real to me, right? And I'm like, what were they doing at my mother's house? The Williams brothers, what were they doing at my mother's house? And if for somebody that just came out here, the Williams brothers are a gospel singing group, right? And so I looked up house as interpreting dreams, and it says to dream of your parents' house, which is my parents' house. Symbolize your state of mind in one that is dealing with your conscious, your father, right? To decide on an issue or confront a negative situation. Using the uh, intuitive mother, right? To figure out how to solve a problem or stay away from it before it begins, right? And so I worked on that thing. I was trying to figure out, okay, what in the world? What is the problem? What is the situation? What's the negative thing, about this, that I talked about that would bring me to that point of having a dream about, people singing, famous singers, and then me out there singing and stuff like that. It's just, just threw me for a loop, right? And so then the next part that I looked up was singer, right? And it says to see a famous singer in your dream represents a divine influence. It indicates harmony and glorification of the human spirit. Consider also your general impression of this singer and how those specific qualities may be triggered by someone or some situation in your walk in life. So, to bring that back, that last part right there, to bring that back is the conversation that I had with my youngest son, right? It may be triggered by someone or some situation in your walk in life. And it was probably the situation that I was talking about with my youngest son. I was telling him that your gift is what's gonna make that gonna build you. Is the what God gave you. That's what's gonna push you to where you need to be in life, right? And then singing, the part about me singing. I should have been dreaming about him singing, right? Or my husband singing, or somebody else singing, right? But the singing part of this dream, it says to sing in your dream represents happiness, harmony, and joy in some situation or relationship. You are uplifting others with your positive attitude and cheerful disposition. Singing is a way to celebrate, communicate, embrace, and express your feelings, right? And the only thing I can say about that, about expressing my feelings and happiness, is that when I was talking to my son, he was like he was bringing it in and thinking about that thing and saying, that, Mom, I believe that you want something here, right? So, and that brings me joy to know that he's thinking about, using the gift, that God has given him, right? And so the other part to this singing, it says, to hear someone sing in your dream signifies emotional and spiritual fulfillment. Your mode is changing for the positive as your outlook in life is looking up. In particular, dreaming that an enemy is singing to you means that you need to reevaluate the negativity you have towards the enemy. Perhaps it is time to let go of the animosity or some of the feelings you are harboring. And I couldn't find that yet. Maybe I still need to do some reevaluation. I can find that part if it actually exists. But I think the first part of the singing part is really was significant in this dream that I had, right? So the next thing is concert. God, y'all, I'm telling you that concert was off the chain, but it was in my dreams. Okay. To dream that you are holding a concert symbolize your untapped talents and hidden potential. You need to show you need to show your creative side, right? And okay, let me talk about that a little bit. I can agree with that 100% with me. If I had a part in this dream with me, right? That okay, there are some gifts that God has ordained me with that I don't show. And I can't say that it's for, and then I can say it's for my two oldest boys. Now I ain't say I'm not gonna say that about my youngest because he'll just, if you ask him to sing, boom, there he is. He's just gonna take the stage and he's gonna do what he need to do and do it right. So I'm not gonna say that. I can't say that about him. But if it's about my children and not about me, I can say that for my two oldest ones, that they need to untap, the gift, because when I was talking to my youngest son, I included them in that also, right? But if it was because that I was in that dream also, and the boys wasn't in there, no way, that wasn't even in there at all. That yes, God, I need to do something, and I need to be more attentive to what you gave me and come out of the shadows. I'm just going to say it. I'm just going to boldly say that yes, I do need to do it. I'm not going to say probably, because normally that's what I say. Yeah, just be, who I am, right? But I'm going to say yes, that part might be me. It might be because I was the one up there doing the singing, not the boys, but me, right? So I am really taking that wholeheartedly. That part right there about the concert. I am really going to meditate on that, and really pray about that, and do the right thing with what God has gifted me with. Okay. Now, because there were men this in this dream, men there, but then everybody else were men. I couldn't even see the musicians that were on the stage playing during the concert. I couldn't even see the audience that were out there. All I could see was me and the Williams brothers and the men that were singing with me on that stage, right? So in the dream interpretation, when it talk about men, it says to see men in your dream represent an authoritative figure or a father figure. If you are a woman and dream that you are in a room full of men, then it highlights the masculinity aspects of yourself. The dream forces you to acknowledge your authoritative and aggressive side. Consider also how the men are dressed, as this will provide a clue as to what area in your life you need to access more power, right? So I don't know what the men had on. I don't remember what they were dressed in. Normally, when they're in a concert, they have a suit on, if I'm not mistaken, but I don't remember what they had on. So, and that could be that. And I'm going to say that it could be being more boldly with my speaking, and with who I am. You know, I can truly say that part of the dream probably was about me, because with the youngs, that uh don't even fit him at all. He like boom, he's like in the front, and he got a very boastful voice that's gonna say, what he need to say. And the other two, all three of them, I like that. So I'm not gonna say that part is about them. It probably is about me, right? So, and then you know what, the whole thing could have been, I really don't know who the dream was really totally about, because the very first thing when my sister was helping me to interpret it, um, it came back to me, the conversation that I had with my youngest son. So that make me believe that it somewhere in there, it was about him and my other two sons. I think it was about them coming together and doing what they need to do together to push them farther along into where God would desire them to be. And the strange thing about this thing about this dreaming thing is that I don't remember no other after that dream. I don't remember nothing, none of my other dreams, right? So I really think that there is significance to some dreams, if we're honest with ourselves, and about who we are, and what we're actually doing. That the dreams that we have is God trying to tell us something, and trying to move us forward in the purpose that He designed us for. And if I can't remember none of my dreams before that, and I can't remember none of my dreams after this dream, is that God is just trying to tell me something. You remember that song? God is trying to tell me something. God is trying to tell me something. He's just really trying to tell me something. I just need to be more open, and try my best to understand what God is trying to say. Now, Now, do we really believe that dreams can uh, uh, guide our lives? In my opinion, just my opinion, remember what I said in this disclaimer, that in my opinion, I think they can. I can remember I've been ever since I had that dream, I've been trying so hard to remember another dream, that maybe I've had. Now the just thinking, the just sitting around daydreaming, I remember a lot of those, right? Because it was like again that deja vu thing, and they actually happened, right? But for as dreaming, I cannot remember another dream before that dream or one after it. So it has to be something to the dream that I had, and that I need to be more aware and be more considerate of what some of the interpretations of the dreams are, and maybe move forward in doing something. What, I don't know, but doing something. So tonight, guys, what does that dream mean? Okay, dream interpretations. Do you believe in dreams? You are on your path, you are in harmony. This is also the message. Oh, hey friend, how are you? Okay, yeah, thank you. I believe that. um Hakeem, I really believe that. And I really do believe that, Hakeem. And I'm trying to I guess what I'm trying to do is not forget the dream and begin to start walking in um, what the dream signified for me, right? And not only for me, again, because I was talking to my youngest son before this dream, that I do believe that there's something in there for him also, and for all three of them to be able to move forward with also. And I truly do believe. I most definitely believe dreams, right? I most definitely believe dreams. I most definitely believe daydreaming also, because in a few days later, maybe in that same day, it actually comes to fruition. It actually come true. Again, it's like that. Again, that's that statement where everybody try to use the deja vu thing, but in a nutshell, I'm going to use one of your words, Hakeem. I think the universe is really, trying to speak to us, and sometimes we push it off, and we, oh, that's just something, that's not, just something that maybe I was just thinking about, or maybe I ate something wrong and it was just a bad dream, or just a bad thought that was in my mind because this happened or because that happened. But I believe that God has a way of trying to forewarn us about things, and that we need to be more aware. We need to be more aware of what we daydream about and what we dream about. And one thing that I just said that I was just going to start doing is just start writing. Just start writing down some things. Maybe if I get in a fog, and then I just be sitting around just thinking, and then all of a sudden all of these events start going around in my head. I'm just going to start writing, and when it happens, I'm just going to start checking it off and say, God, I believe you. I believe what the universe is trying to tell me. I believe it, and I'm going to move forward into it, right? So guys, just think about that. What was this dream about? When you have a dream and you actually remember what that dream is, um, just start investigating it. Go online and just figure out what words mean, and it don't even have to be from out of a dream interpretation dictionary. Just get the dictionary and just figure out what these words mean, and see if they coincide with something that's happening in your life, or something that you have pushed up under the rug, and you said that this is not me. I'm not gonna do this because that's not part of my character. And I normally do that. I normally do that. Even before I started doing this, I would always say, that's not my character. I'm an introvert. I don't normally do stuff like this. But I did it, and I'm doing it, and it is me, right? And even with the singing thing, I used to always say that, they don't want to hear me, they want to hear the person, with the greater voice, and stuff like that, right? I would always say that, but now, I'm tending to believe uh, that is the route, that I should not cover up um, what God has given me. Use all of the gifts. My Miles Monroe, in his Living in Purpose book, he wrote that we often think that we only have. I'm just paraphrasing, y'all. We often think that we only have one gift. That God has only purposed us with one thing, right? But we have multiple things that some of us have not even tapped into, right? Haven't even tapped into it yet, and we need to learn how to tap into what God has enated us with. Next time you dream, which is, I'm gonna put this up here, Hakeem. Okay. Next time you dream, which is every time we are drifting off to sleep, say, I'm dreaming. And that's when you will wake up within the dream. And then you are conscious while dreaming. That's when you can do anything in the dream you desire. I'm most definitely gonna try that. Most definitely gonna try that, Hakeem, because I want to know. Did everything come up? Let me make sure. Yeah, that yes, I can, because I want to be able to. I want to be able to be, uh, like you say, be with the dream. So then, if I'm in it and I'm with it, then when I do come out of it, I can still walk in it. Is that what you're saying? Because that's what I'm getting out of what you're saying, that if you in it, then when you come out of it, you can always be in it, and you'll begin to walk in what that dream had in store for you, the reason for the dream, right? Let me know if that's what you meant, Hakeem, because that's what I'm believing. I'm believing that that is uh, that is what we should do. Begin to roll with the dream. I guess that's how I want to say it. You said it within the dream, but just roll with the dream, and you place yourself in the dream, and you get yourself up and make sure that you are that that message in the dream, that you begin to allow it to instill in you, and go for it, go with it. And that's what I plan on doing. I plan on going with it, giving the boys what the part that they have in it, and then taking my part, in it, and move forward with what God has desired for me to do from that dream and things. And again, guys, I just want to keep enforcing this thing, that these all the things that all that we do is significant for us to move forward in our life. And then the disclaimer that I put out there, and I wrote it on the last sentence. It was the conversations that we have on this show, that I have on this show, is holistic, not only for your hearing, your just for you to hear and just walk away with nothing, but it is a holistic thing for your heart, mind, body, and soul, that it will be able to move you into where you need to be. Like, for an example, I do the self-love. And this is part of that also, because when you having these dreams, I'm a believer in this. Some people say, I put that, I normally wouldn't have done a disclaimer, but I put that out there because some people think you're working in witchcraft when you talk about stuff like this, right? But it's not witchcraft. This is, I just believe that God, again, always find a way to get a message to you. I'm just a true believer in that he always find a way, to get it to you. And if it's in dreams, if it's from somebody, if it's from you just meditating, it's from you just being, and doing, and all of those roundabout things, right? That he's gonna get it to you, right? And if it means that he's gonna have to lay you down and put you to sleep, and then place something in you where you can just see it play out, in your dreams, and then keep it in your psyche, keep it in your mind. When you get up, that it'll still be there, that you will know that, okay, this thing has some kind of meaning to it. Let me find out what it is, and let me begin to walk in, and let me begin to move in what God has given me. Because I'm telling you, a lot of times we sweep this stuff under the rug, right? But for me, this particular one, I just couldn't sweep up under the rug. And again, like I said earlier, I don't remember any of the other dreams. Daydreaming, yeah, I remember those, but I can't remember any dreams where I went to sleep at night and woke up the next morning. I don't remember anything. All I remember is just this particular one. And I guess, you know what? I guess it had to be something that would that I could identify with, right? Like like with these like with this singing the Williamsburg, because I'm really trying to get that understanding of that. With why would it be the Williams brothers? Why would it be them? You know, and stuff. Okay, let me see what you say, Hakeem. We're dreaming, we're believing it's real. Yeah. But then we wake up and say, "Oh, I was dreaming." You're right. But when we realize we are dreaming, while we're in the dream, you can make the dream whatever you want it to be. Try it. You will be amazed. And I'm most definitely going to try that, Hakeem. Because if I dream, because again, like I'm saying, I never remember. And I know that I do, but I don't know if I just push it. I don't know. I don't know why, but I'm gonna try something different so I can remember. So, and then you know what, though, Hakeem, I'm gonna tell you something. Sometimes I just think that when we do dream and we actually wake up uh, with the dream, like I said earlier, is for a reason, right? It's for a reason that we do it, right? And the ones that we don't, it wouldn't be, it's not going to be significant for what is going to move our purpose in life. I don't know. I'm just thinking that's probably why. And the most important ones are the ones that's going to really make you think, right? It's going to make you think, and it's going to make you want to move because it's so what's the word? It is just so crazy. I guess I want to say it like that because it is just so crazy. Because like with this particular dream, and then and maybe I can't get a hold to another one because this one is so on my mind because I want to know so bad what this dream, what this thing means. And if it do coincide with my conversation that I had, with my child, and do it go with him and it go with me, or do it just go with me, or both of us. I don't. That's the point where I am now. Is that who was this dream for? Who was this dream for? Was it for me? Or was it for those boys? I don't know. And I keep thinking because the dream had only men and I was the only woman in it, is that it may have been for the three boys because it was three men and I had three sons, and maybe it was for them. I just can't seem to get it. I just can't seem to get it together right now. But I know that from my understanding, I know that it's always another dream to come and follow that dream. That's what I've been told. But I do believe that, and I'm praying for that. I'm praying for that there'll be another one to go with the other dream, and it'll all come together. That I would truly understand what the dream meant. Okay, guys, thank you. Thank you so much for coming you need to come back on, baby. You need to come back on so we can talk about this again. You need to come back on my show. But yeah, so yes, guys, dreams are real, guys. I believe, again, I believe that wholeheartedly, that dreams are real. And I think my mother is still out there. I know sometimes that my mother and other people probably say something, they probably do the same thing. But if you dream about fish, that means somebody in your family is getting ready to have a baby, you know. So I just believe that God always forewarn us about things before they actually happen. And when you dream about the fish, every time somebody is getting ready to have a baby in that family of the one that had the dream, somebody is going to have a baby. So maybe with this dream, they're gonna somebody is gonna do something, move forward in their life. I don't know. We're gonna get it together. Hakeem, come on my show. Give me an inbox and come on my show. Um, yeah, so guys, thank you so much for coming out and share this and look at it again to find out again what the dream was and how I interpreted it. And if you see something else in there, that dream, that you feel like that there's another way to go with this dream, just message me, inbox me, put a comment out there, because I always go back and read all of my comments, put something else, out there. But I thank you so much for listening, and thank you so much for coming out. And guys, be careful out there. I do believe that they have took the mask mandate off, but still be careful. If you haven't gotten your taking care of yourself, go ahead and take care of yourself. If you get the shot or not, or whatever you do, but try your best, to take care of yourself. Okay. And guys, I love you, and there's nothing that you can do about it but love me back. Okay. Y'all be blessed and be safe. All righty. Good one.